Good morning, everybody, from Branson, Missouri. It's gonna be a fun day.
Point in the cave.
We have to go through the smallest passage. Oh, I almost didn't make it. Here we go. We're heading down.
Step. It is uneven, it is dim, and it is damp. Watch your heads. Watch your little ones. Make sure they stay with you.
I like how ominous this is because we're going down into the Marvel Cave and then there's like this skull down here. We're going down. You can see the sinkhole. Right up there is Silver Dollar City. Oh, we're going into the cave now. Ooh, this is interesting.
In this room, you could fit a 20-story building. 100th anniversary of the tours, we actually flew 5 hot air balloons down there in that cave. We could also fit the Statue of Liberty in there with a little torch poking out the end. City of New York doesn't seem to be too keen to us borrowing it for a minute, but we're still working on that.
This is so big. So here we are at the very bottom of the cave, and then you can look where we started, all the way up there.
What do you think so far?
I think this is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty intense down here.
It really is.
Oh no, too blurry.
Now, we do have a special thing for you this year, or at this time at least. We have been told that up top, they have the biggest Christmas tree in the park. Wow. We think they're wrong. All right, quick, get the cameras out. It took like 9 hours to set it up.
Just to give you guys a perspective of the size. That's where we started. This is cool. We're just in a cave now.
Alrighty guys, welcome to what we call the shoe room. Obviously, toes, arch, heel, athlete's foot. Perfect, right? Okay. There was this guy named Henry T. Blow, and he was a lead miner, and he decided that he was going to come down here, buy this cave, and mine it for lead, because he had heard there was a ton around here. He makes it to this room, just with a candlelight, of course. He wants to head that way, but it's full of a black goo, so he's not going there. So he starts looking around, kind of hopeless, and then he sees these striations, in candlelight, by the way, and he thinks, I just found marble. And then he gets himself a geologist. And the geologist comes in and goes, no. But wait, that's okay, because that black goo and that pit that is filled with black goo, that's why you didn't hear a rock, just happens to be bat guano. Does anybody know what bat guano was used for? And no, it's not mascara. Gunpowder. Gunpowder, correct. About $600–700 a ton back in those days, quite a bit of money. It was great, very profitable. He actually made money even though it wasn't iron ore. For about 4.5 years until the badge pooped out. So that's when the Lynch sisters, and well, actually father and sisters, came along and they got this place and they started giving tours. Now remember, I told you that they would kick you down, give you a couple candles, light them up and say have fun. There's water dripping all over the place. So they send you like this.
Oh my gosh.
Until you come along to a water drip and then you get this.
Wow, it's amazing.
I know, right? You were told to just sit and wait. And if you're not back in 4 to 6 hours, they'll eventually come find you.
I think we're going down there. There's lights. Ooh, dolomite. Oh yeah, look, they do. They kind of look like clouds. Before, they thought it was going to be full of marble. Turns out it was not. This is where it gets hard with... I have a backpack full of cameras.
We're kneeling down. I don't know if you guys can tell, but this is a...
It's about like here's a rock right next to my head.
Wow.
Here's the ground. This is pretty interesting. You can see some of the old stairway. Wow, check this out. I don't even know what that is. I think that might be the shoe, maybe up there. But there's some water dripping down right here. They call these the domino stairs because if you fall at the end of the group, the domino effect down. We've reached the lowest point that we are headed down to in the cave. This is pretty awesome. This is not a man-made waterfall. This is all natural. Now we are headed back upstairs. Pretty awesome. But it is very much a workout. We're really not very far away from the waterfall, but we can't hear it anymore. Also, I can't hear the tour group very much ahead of me. Also, I can't stand up in here.
I know. I can stand up, but I'm like afraid to.
She said this is Mystic River Passage, and they actually do not know where that goes to this day. They tried putting dye in the water and everything, and people have tried exploring down there. They just haven't figured it out yet. All the way down here at the very bottom, there's a nativity scene. These are called the Huff and Puff staircases. And it's going to be tough to get back up. Wow. That's where we came from, down there. Wow. I'm gonna get in the train.
Alright guys, now as I was telling you, this is the only man-made entrance to the cave that we know of.
You want to take a look at the 5 balloons that flew down, that Jackie told you about, that flew down in the cathedral room, 1994? Or there's a picture of that original wooden ladder that took you to the sinkhole.
2 hours later.
Good afternoon, everybody. We are walking through a parking lot because we are headed to the Branson Belle, which is the riverboat here. We're going on a dinner cruise.
It's a showboat.
Showboat.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for the show.
I can't wait to go showboating.
And also, they said the food was pretty good too, so you know we like food.
Welcome to White River Landing. Welcome aboard. Oh, it's Christmas. We're going on the showboat, the Branson Belle. That's what we're gonna be on in just a few minutes here. Welcome aboard, America's most entertaining showboat. That's exciting. We're getting ready to get on this boat. We're still in the dock right now, but that's it, that's a boat. Here we go. You ready to showboat it up?
I am.
I think this thing is like a one-man band. That's cool. We are inside of the showboat right now. Check this out. Wow. Here's our menu.
Proper donning of your life jacket if
We've been
necessary.
told that everything
You
is
may have
good.
noticed the
Oh, I
signs
just
on
see
your
the word
jacket.
shallot butter, so I know what I'm getting.
I know, I think I'm gonna get
We'll
that
be
too.
using in our shop.
Should we get
They
different
include
things
theatrical
and share
names
them?
and stroke lines.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's the magician competing of the year. Please welcome your host, Christopher J.
Welcome! Hello, everybody. Are you ready to have fun on the showboat? Oh, come on. You can stop eating for a second. I said, are you ready to have fun on the showboat? Let me hear you say yeah. Good. Welcome to the Showboat Branson Belle, where we have something for everyone. We have our great show for you. Of course, we have food for you, and we have a great cruise for you. My family has been in the magic business for over 100 years. I am the 5th generation of magician in the family, so magic has always been in my blood. The hepatitis is new, but magic, it's not new. I've had it for 4 years.
We just started moving. If you look out the window, you can see
Here we go.
everything's passing us by. We just got our dinner served. This is the pork chop. Holy macaroni, that looks good. Jen got the fish.
I did. It's
What-
the pecan encrusted trout.
Oh, it looks so good.
It does.
So what did you think of your food?
It's delicious. It had a like a pecan crust on it, but it also had kind of like a maple glaze. I really liked it a lot. And then it came with like little sauteed veggies and potatoes, which were also very good.
I got the pork chops and they were delicious.
You got 2 pork
The
chops.
2 pork chops.
Yeah.
There's so much food.
I know, I'm really
I didn't even eat all of my pork chops.
I'm surprised.
There's so much food. I don't know. Well, there's like all these tour groups down here. They're gonna go back into their bus so full of food. I already took a bite of my chocolate cake, but here it is. Really good. In between dinner and the show, you can go out and explore the boat.
So that's what we're doing right now.
I think we're going to the wheelhouse.
Yeah.
We're going to the captain.
Meet the captain.
I hope so. Look, here's the paddle wheels.
Look at this cool view though.
Yeah,
This is amazing.
it really is. Look at how much faster the one's moving because they're trying to turn right now. We're up on the top deck. Look at this. What do you call this? Do you call this the Lido deck? We're gonna go into the pilot's house. Whoa.
Hi.
Wow. Hello. Fantastic.
How are you guys?
Fabulous. Having a great time.
This is awesome.
Do you have any questions? I love making up answers.
Yeah, so what, everything here is not functioning or is functioning?
This is our quadrant, and everything on here functions. This is the port paddle wheel, this is our gas pedal, and then this is our lever for our starter wheel. So if we push all the way forward, the further we push it, the faster the wheel turns.
Oh, that's cool.
And then if we go backward with it, then the paddle wheel starts spinning backwards.
Oh.
So we can split the wheels to help make our turn sharper, or we can run them both at the same time. If we run both wheels at the same time with the rudders, it takes about 3/4 of a mile to make a complete turn.
Huh.
And then these up here are my thrusters. So if I want to go sideways, whatever direction I want to slide is what direction I turn the lever. And this is mainly used when we're docking and it's really windy. I can steer with this, but right now I'm actually using this joystick right here.
Oh, okay.
With this, I can put the rudder I want and it will stay there until I move it again. With the wheel, I can steer. All I gotta do is turn the switch on, but it's got a heavy spot in it. So if I'm making a turn, I let go of it to go right in the logbook or check a radar for weather. It goes to that center spot.
Oh.
So what it is, it's got a bicycle chain hooked to a servo unit, so it's electronic over hydraulic.
Oh, okay.
So what it does is it sends an electric signal back to the steering pod and moves our hydraulic rams to move our rotors.
But back in the day, this would have all been mechanical all the way down to the water.
Back in the day, this quadrant, they would have put it to whatever speed they wanted it up here, and they would have sent a signal down to the engine room, and they would actually put the in gear down there.
Oh.
It's set up here to where we can actually put it in gear up here.
Gotcha.
And then back then, they didn't have power steering, so these little grooves back here, they had cables, and it was wrapped around this, and it would go back to the rudder. And the reason why they had the cable on there was the only way they could steer it, but it still needed to be this big for leverage because it took 2 people to steer it. Another way they steered with this when it would get bad enough is they could stand on these rungs and use it like a ladder.
Oh.
So they would push down on it, but the only problem with that was the captain would be standing on that, and if they hit like a tree stump or a rock and they were standing on it, it would actually hit the rudder and move the rudder and would take the captain. Solid maple.
Oh.
The boat that came off was a CC Slider. Thank you very much. It was a steam-powered push boat. It ran from 1928 to 1952.
Wow.
This wheel's about 85 years old.
Look at that sunset on the water. It really is. Look, you can see somebody has like a fire going in their chimney. Oh, it's awesome. We just missed a little bit of information. When they put the boat in the water for the, like after refurbishing it, they used bananas to grease up the rails and then slid it into the water.
Ladies and gentlemen, to begin our celebration, will you please welcome to the stage the showman?
Happy holiday, happy holiday. While the merry bells ring, your every wish come true.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cassandra.
The holly, put up the tree before God, spirit goes again.
The fastest beat this side of the Mississippi, Rhythm. Aren't they amazing? My favorite part of the show, right there.
Oh, jingle bells all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride one horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride one horse open sleigh.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cassandra, my favorite part of the show right there. I'm upset that is over. Well, now to perform one of my favorite songs, Run, Run, Rudolph, it's Rhythm. Ladies and gentlemen, Rhythm. They are amazing. Now we all have that Christmas song that gets you into the holiday spirit to perform some of their favorites. Ladies and gentlemen, the showman.
Merry Christmas, oh Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, happy holiday.
We've been waiting all year for this night.
It's Christmas time. It's a wonderful feeling.
It's the little Saint Mary's Day. It's the little Saint Mary's Day. Merry Christmas, ladies and gentlemen, the showman. Aren't they amazing? My favorite part of the show, right there. Performing a beautiful tribute. Well, thanks to a rhythm, not only do we have the fastest feet this side of the Mississippi, they are actually able to create their very own music. You'll see what I mean in just a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Rhythm! You're still mad about the haircut. It'll grow back out. I said I was sorry. Have you finished your Christmas shopping yet? I haven't. I'm still out there dashing through the dough. And if you're shopping for me, just so you know, I love fashion. On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a partridge in a pear tree. On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On a 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 12 drummers drumming.
Oh, nice.
11 pipers fighting and Lord now kicking 9 ladies dancing 8 things are milking 7 swans are swimming 6 geese are laying 5 golden rings 4 partridges 3 hens 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a showman back here, the rocking doctor. We are lucky to have 2 talented musicians in that band. Well, I was back there listening and I realized that over the years I have had the chance to entertain literally millions of people here at the Showboat. I have done everything from smashing cell phones to getting out of straitjackets, and I know what you like, obviously. A little bit of eye candy on stage, a lovely volunteer to brighten up some magic, somebody to have a little bit of fun, like you, sir. Could you come up here with me? Let's hear it. You got a what? You got a bad back. If I avoided everybody with a bad back in this audience, we'd never have anybody. But this guy looks like he's a lot of fun. Let's encourage him to come up here and help us out. I did learn a few things about performing, and I came up with the perfect recipe to entertain the audience, and we're going to demonstrate it, okay? You have to have some great magic, and you and I are going to teach them a trick together. Number 2, comedy, and I'm lucky. 82% of you get 2/3 of my jokes about half the time, so that happens. Audience participation, thanks for volunteering. Improv just means we never coach anybody. Anybody that comes up here has no clue what's going on. I'm totally clueless. We have to appeal to every age that shows up and have a surprise ending. All of those elements make for the perfect show. Now, when I was younger, I would travel with a mascot. He happens to be here. He's a 6-foot white rabbit. His name is Rashes. He has some issues. And anytime I put the egg away, it's going to go someplace else, all right? Now, normally, people will clap for magic, but apparently, you guys think you're watching YouTube or something. So, no, I don't want the pity, ma'am. I get that at home. I'm just saying that this is the reason I went to the prom with my mom. It's the vanishing napkin. John, all you have to do is keep your eye on the napkin. What do you do for a living, John?
I'm retired. I don't do anything.
You don't do anything? Oh, it's always nice to have a member of the government here with us, John. Do not let me distract you even for a moment. Where is the napkin, John? Up here? All right, you're pretty good at this. I'll give you that. But that wasn't even the trick. That was just a guess which hand it's in. You had like a 1 out of 3 chance. All right, watch the napkin. Do you see it?
I see it.
You see it. Watch. I do a little wave and boom, magic happens. I am now left with one of those eggs that we started with a minute ago there. Watch this. I never leave the stage, John. But that napkin reappears underneath that gentleman in the 2nd row. Watch as he rises. We didn't set this up. Revealing on his chair, nothing. But that would have been amazing. Watch the napkin. As I give my egg a little wave, that napkin will shrink, getting smaller and smaller until I can remove it completely from the egg. I grab an empty glass from the table and show the audience that I am actually using a real egg. Ladies, it's my job. You were incredible out there. Of all the audience volunteers I've had, you are the most recent one. And they all loved you. We have a gift. Well, there's supposed to be a surprise in the basket. Where's the Christmas surprise for John? Well, we had a surprise. Oh. Well, there it is, right there. It's my little mini-me. Look at this. She has a gift for you, John. It's one of our DVDs. Now let us tell you about that DVD. You see, John, everybody out here in the audience can come by and get one of these. They're only $10 for an entire DVD, but Cassie is giving you that one. Look at that. John doesn't want to take a gift from a child. No, you don't get to keep this apron, but I bet you hear the loudest round of applause we have heard.
We had our magic, we had our comedy, and we had our audience participants right up here. We had our improv that everybody loves, and we had something that appeals to all ages thanks to our bunny, plus the big surprise ending.
And that is my favorite part of the show. Performing a beautiful song celebrating the true reason for the season. Well, everyone celebrates the holidays a little bit differently. Maybe from your childhood, you have traditions that have been passed down from generation to generation. We do. We gather together around the television. We watch some of those classic television specials with Rudolph and Frosty and Salty, the Christmas manatee. But there is one element of Christmas that we have no control over, and one that we all secretly hope for.
And may all your Christmases be white. Snow, snow, snow. Say that, just hear those sleigh bells ringing, tingling too. Say that, it's lovely weather for sleigh ride.
a little gift shop here, and then there's the magician over there doing meet and greets. After we got back to the dock is all decked out for Christmas. Christmas trees and Christmas lights and wreaths all over the place. It looks so nice here. Hey Jen.
Hey.
Do you know how they did that magic trick? Where like
with the real egg?
No, with the magician like going off stage, but then he comes on stage and he's the rabbit.
How did they do it?
Twins.
Is that really true?
I don't know. I just wanted to say twins at the Bears because they're the same. They're twinsies. Right?
Maybe it really was twins.
Oh, one of them looked a little bit different to me. So there you have it. That was our day on the Branson Belle, the showboat, which was super fun. Like,
I really liked it, yeah.
Fantastic time on it.
It was one of those things where it's kind of like, I don't know what the word is, like hokey, where it's sort of like campy. It's sort of just like silly and funny.
Yeah.
They were very talented though. Like I liked all of their acts and stuff. I thought the comedian guy was hysterical.
Yeah, magician, comedian, magician.
Oh yeah, he did. It was a little bit of both. Yeah. But and I think what made it even more funny is that the entire audience was elderly.
Yeah. Like
everybody that was in there was, I mean, probably between like 70 and 90 years old, except for us.
Yeah.
So it was very like they were getting into it. Watching them go up on stage and be like the participants in the show was really funny. You could tell that they were like having a good time. So like we had a really good time.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot.
Do recommend. Thank you to the Riverboat for having us out.
Yeah, thank you so much. You guys gave us a really good time.
Oh, the food. The food was so good too.
I really did like the food. And they had a lot of options. They had a pork, a chicken, a beef, and a fish.
Yeah.
And I liked it. I got the fish. Thought it was pretty good.
And we got to see the captain.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
Amazing.
Yeah, he was really like, he wanted to tell us everything, which was great.
Yeah.
So we learned a lot about the showboat.
So with that being said, we are off. And of course tomorrow we have something else fun planned for you guys.
I'm excited.
And so we will see you guys tomorrow. And now it's time to pay the price.